The world of course platforms moves quickly. So here are my top 9 2024 platforms from a course creator who's built over 100 courses and uploaded thousands of lessons to dozens of platforms. But before we dive in, it's important for you to know, listening to the rest of this video with no context for what you actually need out of a course platform is the biggest mistake most course creators make. So go back to my last video in this series where I walk you through how to figure out what you actually need before you go shopping. All right, let's get it. Platform number 1, CustomerHub. It's likely that you've never heard of CustomerHub. And that is a damn shame because let me tell you, if you are a service provider of any sort, you are a lawyer, a doctor, a coach, a consultant, a speaker, an author, anyone who is providing one-on-one services, you gotta know about CustomerHub. CustomerHub is known for a couple things. Number one, it's known for its integrations, meaning you can essentially be using anything else technology-wise, and CustomerHub can integrate with it. The second thing they're very well known for is their onboarding sequence and their onboarding programs. So, what that means is if you're a one on one service provider, it's likely that you're building a program for multi purpose. You're building a program that you can sell separately and that you can provide to your one on one clients to make them better clients. So if that's you, Customer Hub's going to work perfectly because it'll allow you to streamline your onboarding experience for your one-on-one clients while also creating a product that you can sell to anyone else who isn't a one-on-one client yet. So really, really, really love Customer Hub if you're a service provider, adding on an education arm. Chef's kiss. Perfect. We love Customer Hub. Okay. Number 2. This is the big boy. This is the bad boy. Everybody knows, and all of your favorite course creators have an affiliate code for, which is Kajabi. Yeah. Kajabi was so early in this space. Like I got in Kajabi probably 6-7 years ago now. No, 6 years ago at this point. And what's beautiful about it is if you're an expert of any sort, so you're an entrepreneur, an author, a speaker in this thought leadership space, and that's really what you do, you can do your website with Kajabi, your email marketing with Kajabi, your programs with Kajabi, your podcast with Kajabi. Like they are so perfectly attuned to that avatar that Kajabi is just perfect. It's like the perfect all-in-one platform for experts and expert businesses. However, if you have tech elsewhere, meaning like you have your website on Squarespace or you have your email marketing with ActiveCampaign, or you have these other things going on, you really want to consider migrating from those into Kajabi if you're going to go with Kajabi. What I find is people who have other tech elsewhere and then move to Kajabi, they're kind of paying for too many technology platforms that they don't have to. So that being said, if you find that migration from wherever you're at is going to be really hard onto Kajabi, then maybe Kajabi isn't for you. Maybe you should go with a different platform that has just this features that you need. So again, I'm not like pro Kajabi in the way of everyone should get Kajabi, but I do think that if you are getting started with an expert business and you don't have a lot of other tech, then learning Kajabi is like learning one thing in one place that will help you build the entirety of your business. Okay. Moving on to number 3, Xperiencify. Xperiencify is, oh God, it just like makes my instructional designer, teacher, learner heart so happy. Honestly, I think what they've done with gamification, which if you don't know, that's what Xperiencify is known for. It's known for gamification, is so brilliant. They worked with the world's top experts in gamification, and they applied those strategies to online learning and online course development. That's why their students consistently have some of the top course completion rates ever. That's why their students tend to get really, really great results because they not only develop really great content, which let me be clear, if you gamify shitty content, it's like it's not going to work. You have to have both. You have to have really good content to start, backed by instructional design that includes persuasive teaching, not just you know, yammering on, but actually is is instructionally sound, and then you build on it with gamification. And when you do it using Xperiencify, oh my gosh, it is like lights out, ladies and gentlemen. So I so love Xperiencify for that reason. And just like if you want gamification, if you want to gamify your course, that's the place to do it. Like no one holds a candle to them. And their whole story was they were doing all these workarounds in other platforms, and they were like to get gamification, they were doing all these other workarounds in other platforms to try and gamify their programs. And I know how hard that is because I have people come to me on Kajabi or Skool or Circle or these other platforms, and they're like, oh, I want to gamify it. And I'm like, well, we can do some things, but it's not, gamification is really platform dependent. So there's only so much we can do. Well, Xperiencify is like gamification to the nines. So love Xperiencify. Check it out if you are fascinated by gamification and if you're totally bought into that being supportive for your student journey, which it is. Number 4, Circle. Circle is a platform that is community first, but it has lots and lots and lots of features. So you do have to be a little more techie to be able to do this. With Circle, like we love all the features, and when there's more features, it requires more tech understanding to be able to deploy those features. So I really love Circle because it feels a little bit like there's channels like in Slack, where there's kind of these categories that you can connect to, but they also have the member directory. They also have the direct message feature. They have events. You can have courses on Circle, of course. There's like all of these really, really amazing features. And so, but when you log in, it looks like a community. When you log in, it doesn't look like a training program. It looks like a community. So definitely check out Circle if community is one of the most important things to you. And number 5 is Skool. Skool is another community first platform that most people are familiar with since Alex Hormozy went on a rampage about talking about how awesome it is, which I mean, am I the only one getting the Alex Hormozy ads about Skool? Probably not. Anywho, so Skool is really great because it's a community first platform that's simple. So you log in and it's like there's a community tab that looks just like a Facebook feed, and there is the classroom tab that is all about the actual course platform. I mean the course that is all about the course content, and they have calendar too. So a if you have a group coaching program or something where there's live calls included, you can add that to the calendar. So again, Skool community first, and it's all about simplicity and just ease of use. Now, Skool games, everybody is talking about. I'm not going to go into that in this video, but that's a little different than Skool, the platform. All right, moving right along. Number 6, Mighty Networks. Mighty Networks is more of an app program. So it's meant for mobile. It's mobile first. Like they built Mighty Networks for mobile, and it's also pretty community focused. Mighty Networks is the kind of platform that when done well, can be really, really, really beneficial for your community. It gives you a lot of functionality with your offers, meaning you can build out a lot of different kinds of programs and do them well on Mighty Networks. However, Mighty Networks requires some serious tech savvy. I feel like there's one set of developers who built the typical course platforms that we know, like Kajabi, CustomerHub, Teachable, think of it like the biggies. And then there's this other set of developers who built Mighty Networks because it's just different. Like the back end is different. How you actually build out programs is different. The setup structure is different. Like it's very different. So when my team, right, like we've built on, oh my gosh, like 15 or 16 platforms at this point. Like I'd actually have to go and count. When we learn a new platform, there's always a bit of a learning curve. And what I found is after doing, 4 or 5 different platforms, like my team, they could pick it up new platforms really quickly because they're all a little bit different. They all have their little quirks, but generally they're the same. But it took us a while to really understand Mighty Networks because even though we built on all these other platforms, Mighty's just built differently um, from a back end perspective. So that being said, if you are a techie or you have someone on your team that's techie and you want an app focused program with lots of functionality, check out Mighty. If not, I would go elsewhere. Just personal thought. Number 7, Teachable. Teachable is on this list because it's free. That's why it's on this list. If you want the best free app, you don't want to spend money for a platform, go check out Teachable. Once you're actually in Teachable, you'll see it's very simplistic. It's very basic. For some people, that's all they need. Usually the clients who come to us who really want a world-class user experience, they need a few more features than what Teachable has. So I'm not a huge fan of Teachable. However, that being said, like it is free. And if that's what helps you get started, boo, then like freaking get after it. You know what I'm saying? Number 8, Groove Digital. So Groove is a platform that they do a lot of things. Like this isn't just courses. They have funnels, they have like literally any kind of digital marketing thing that you might need for your expert business, Groove can totally help you with. One of my favorite things about Groove is their AI focus. Now, their AI focus right now is really surrounding marketing components. So, writing sales pages, writing email copy, writing ad headlines, right? Like things like that is really where their AI focus is as of this day that I'm recording right now. Which is in August of 2024. Hey. However, I can see them expanding. And what I love about Groove, when you are in the lesson editor, meaning let's say it's the welcome video for your course and you're editing, you're uploading that video and you're uploading the downloadable file and you're writing some copy that goes on that page. The view that you're looking at to edit is the actual view that they see. In most of these, I want to say all of these other platforms, you have to click a preview button in order to actually see what it looks like to the end user. But in Groove, when you're editing, literally you're editing exactly what they see, which is really, really nice. So we love Groove for that. We love them for their AI focus. And yeah, they're another, like they've been around for a long time. They don't got a lot of airtime because if you've been in the space for a while, you know Groove. And if you haven't, then it's time to meet them. So go check out Groove. And number 9, finally, is building out a custom experience in WordPress. Okay, so here's the thing. Some of my clients have TV shows and millions of followers and Wall Street Journal best-selling books and New York Times best-selling books, and they have a need for super high-end customization. And sometimes in those cases, you're very small, having something like WordPress with certain plugins and softwares that kind of work with WordPress makes the most sense for them. So we've built over 100 programs at this time. We've done 2 on WordPress, and I say we, but like we didn't actually build them. It was our client's development team and website team that built out the actual portal. So it is an option if you're in that bracket where you're like, I'm a super luxury high-end brand and I'm moving into the education space and I want a really beautiful, luscious, luxe experience for my clients, even when they're online, then you might want to consider WordPress with something like Buddy Boss and Learn Dash potentially. So again, that requires a WordPress developer if your website's on WordPress, and then it also makes more sense. But that's number 9. It's a very small subset of people, but that's that one. Now, what about the others that you've heard of? Because I know that you've heard of others. Well, they didn't make my top 9 list. If you want to comment below what they are, I'm happy to give you feedback on why they didn't reach my top 9 list. I think that in the world of today, when we as business owners have so many choices with our course platform, again, it's so important to know what our ideal clients need and what our business needs. And usually, if something's on my list, it's because it's specialized, it's a niche. So, just like in the world of online education, when, more and more and more and more experts are coming online, you need to be super nichey. So do these platforms. That's what allows my clients and me to make their decisions and me to make recommendations. So, there you have it. My top 9 platforms for 2024, and I'm excited to see which ones you choose. Drop a comment below to let me know which platform you're most excited about right now. And if you're in a position where you're wondering, maybe I'm on the wrong platform, don't worry. I got you in the next video all about migration, baby. I will see you there.